Okay, you're not ready for this. Seriously, every time you think Meghan Markle's life can't get any more dramatic, boom, the universe says, hold my tea. And this time, the drama didn't come from some royal insider or a cheeky tabloid writer. Oh no, it came from inside a prison cell. And guess who allegedly started talking? Ghislaine Maxwell? Yes, that Maxwell, the same woman who was basically glued to the ugliest, darkest corners of Jeffrey Epstein's empire. The convicted insider who knows exactly how deep that swamp goes. For months she's been silent, locked away. And then, out of nowhere, whispers start swirling that she's been talking. And what she allegedly said, it didn't just brush against Meghan Markle's name, it pointed a polished, manicured finger right at her. Apparently, Maxwell didn't just toss around gossip. Nope. She allegedly claimed there's a CV, but not the kind you send to a casting director or HR. This wasn't about acting credits or charity campaigns or her Hallmark star-turned-duchess glow-up. This, allegedly, was something far more compromising. A record of activities, the kind of things you do not want linked to your name when you've built an entire empire on being polished, feminist, inspirational, on basically royal-adjacent perfection. And that, my dear, is how this firestorm began, with whispers of a hidden document that could shatter everything people think they know about Meghan Markle. So what exactly is this so-called CV? The transcript described it like a phantom file lurking somewhere in the shadows, allegedly painting Meghan's pre-royal life in a very different light. Not a resume of auditions or film roles, but something allegedly tied to adult-themed entertainment and private role play. And the exact phrase Maxwell supposedly used? Playing the adult game? Ugh, it's vague, it's chilling, and it's perfectly crafted to haunt, because it doesn't spell anything out, yet it plants vivid, scandalous pictures in people's minds. And once that image is in your head, it just sticks. Think about it. Meghan has spent years packaging herself as this polished lifestyle guru, a feminist icon, a rebel who dared to walk away from the royal machine. But now, the idea that there might be some secret file linking her to dark, powerful, indulgent circles, that's not just gossip. That's the kind of rumor that can rewrite entire narratives. And here's where it gets truly wild. This wasn't just random tabloid fodder. Maxwell's claim allegedly came through a leaked prison statement, which makes it feel heavier, because whispers from behind prison walls, tied to someone who lived inside Epstein's world, people don't just dismiss that. They lean in. And then comes the real plot twist. While Meghan's defenders swear she had nothing to do with Epstein's circles, Virginia Giuffre's legal team thought otherwise. Yes, that Virginia, the brave woman who blew open Prince Andrew's scandal and stood up in court to expose Epstein's inner circle. Her attorney claimed Meghan wasn't some stranger to Virginia, not just some passing name. According to them, they actually knew each other, and that's why Meghan's name surfaced in court filings. Not as clickbait, not for drama, but because her testimony could have been valuable. Virginia's lawyer was clear. Meghan could confirm key details about the royals, about Andrew, even about who was in the room when horrifying things were happening. This changes everything. It means Meghan isn't just painted as an innocent outsider anymore. She's being framed as someone who might have had first-hand knowledge, someone who saw enough to matter. And let's be honest, lawyers don't throw names like Meghan Markle into legal filings unless they believe that person is sitting on explosive information. And oh, the next part gets even messier. The transcript doesn't just stop at "they knew each other." It allegedly says Meghan was described as a close companion of Prince Andrew. That exact phrase, not acquaintance, not associate, close companion. And those words carry weight. They imply familiarity, closeness, trust, not just showing up at the same parties, but being in rooms where things were whispered, decisions were made, and secrets were guarded. And here's the thing. Proximity to Andrew isn't like proximity to any royal. Andrew is the epicenter of the Epstein royal scandal. The same Andrew whose own advisors warned him to brace for catastrophic fallout once Epstein's government files started closing in. So now picture Meghan there, not yet married to Harry, not yet the Duchess of Sussex, just a young woman orbiting power, building connections that would eventually launch her into the palace. And according to these claims, she wasn't just around, she was close. And if you combine that alleged closeness with Maxwell's whispers about a compromising CV, the story stops sounding like rumor and starts sounding like a ticking time bomb. And it gets worse for her, because even if she wanted to deny all of this, her own past makes it harder to believe her. Remember when she told everyone she had nothing to do with the book Finding Freedom? She acted totally detached, even let her lawyers say she was uninvolved. But then came the court documents, emails, texts, everything, proving she actually helped behind the scenes. It wasn't just embarrassing. It showed she could bend the truth when it suited her. So now think about it. If she already got caught being dishonest over something as low stakes as a biography, what would she do if the stakes involved Epstein, Andrew, and federal investigations? Would she suddenly be brutally honest? Or would she craft her own version of reality again? That's why Virginia's lawyer's confidence in Meghan feels so shaky now, because Meghan has shown she can curate narratives, twist facts, and reshape reality when she wants to. So how did Meghan respond to all this? She didn't. No denial, no official statement, no sharp legal letters from her team, just silence. A carefully curated Instagram feed, a few glossy press appearances for her new lifestyle brand, smiling photos, pastel jam jars, and nothing about the accusations. But here's the thing. In scandals like this, silence is not neutral. Silence screams. Because if someone throws a baseless smear at you, your natural instinct is to shut it down instantly. And Meghan just stayed quiet. That quietness became louder than any denial. It made people wonder, is she avoiding it? Is she scared? Is there actually something to hide? And here's the most terrifying what if. What if that rumored CV Maxwell mentioned ever comes out? Even if it's exaggerated or twisted or partly fake, the damage would be irreversible. Because in scandals, perception matters more than truth. If the media ever gets its claws on a document like that, there's no going back. Meghan would be trapped. If she stays quiet, they'll call it guilt. If she denies, they'll say it's spin. And if she sues, that file, if it exists, could be forced into court discovery. And courtrooms don't play games. They want proof. They want receipts. One single piece of paper could tear down everything she's built. And that's what makes this so dangerous, because these whispers aren't coming from anonymous trolls. They're allegedly coming from convicted insiders and experienced attorneys who know how to weaponize the fallout. So here we are, the endgame. From the very start, this was never about petty palace feuds or silly tabloid whispers. It was about Ghislaine Maxwell, a convicted insider, tying Meghan Markle's name to the darkest scandal of our time. And not casually, but with purpose. With the insinuation of a secret CV that could blow up her entire narrative. And Maxwell? She knows the power of her words. She knows that one cryptic phrase like playing the adult game can spark a wildfire. Now Meghan stands at a crossroads. Her empire, the podcasts, the lifestyle brand, the carefully curated image of a duchess turned guru, all of it suddenly looks fragile when you place it next to the shadow of that alleged file. Because branding is one thing, but perception? That's everything. And right now, her silence is what's screaming the loudest. Not a denial, not a single statement, nothing. And in a scandal like this, silence isn't safety, it's suspicion. The question is no longer if Meghan's past will catch up to her. It's how much of it the world will see. If that alleged CV ever surfaces and Meghan is tied to it even loosely, it won't just scorch her. It will torch the monarchy's already crumbling reputation. The scariest part is, this entire firestorm is still built on a whisper. One cryptic comment from Maxwell about a supposed CV. No one has seen it. No one knows if it even exists. It could be nothing. But it also could be everything. And that uncertainty is deadly, because Meghan can't prove it doesn't exist. How do you prove a negative? She can't sue Maxwell from prison without risking discovery. She can't release a statement without dragging the rumor into bigger headlines. She can't stay silent without looking suspicious. She's trapped. And Ghislaine Maxwell? She doesn't even have to lift a finger anymore. She planted the seed, and now she just gets to watch it grow like poison ivy while Meghan twists in the court of public opinion. And here's the haunting truth. Even if the alleged CV never appears, this rumor might outlive Meghan's reputation. Because the idea of it is enough. That's how scandals work. It's not the evidence that sticks, it's the suspicion. Once people imagine something, you can't make them unimagine it. It lives in the background, quietly poisoning how they see everything she does. Every smile looks calculated. Every speech sounds scripted. Every new project feels like a distraction. It's like a shadow she can't outrun, and it's growing darker every day she stays silent. So now, here she is, Meghan Markle. Once the dazzling duchess who captivated the world, now standing on a cliff edge made of secrets and whispers. Her silence has become its own kind of confession. Her image, once her greatest weapon, is cracking under the weight of rumors she can't fight without risking everything. And the whole world is just waiting for a leak, waiting for a whistleblower, waiting for that alleged CV to either vanish forever or drop like a bomb. Because if it ever does, it won't just dent her. It will destroy the story she's spent years building. Her past won't just be exposed, it will consume her. And that's the cruel twist. Even from inside a prison cell, Ghislaine Maxwell might have just set Meghan Markle's entire empire on fire without lifting a single manicured finger.